It's early. 6 a.m.
It's bright and early. It is 6 a.m. here. The sun has not come up yet. The sun's supposed to come up at 7:20, so we're trying to get on the road before 7:20.
By 7.
Yeah, by 7. We're not really... This is what our travel days are like. They're kind of a mess. We're never really in a super big rush. So, we are trying to cover 2,300 miles, I think it is, to get to Grand Teton National Park. The reason that
not
we have
today
to...
only.
Yeah, not today. That's over the next 3 days, I think we're going to do. The reason that we need to get that far this quickly is because we need to get out of America by... I think we run out of days. So the way that they calculate how long Canadians can stay in America is based on your last 3 years that you've been visiting, or the previous 2 years and then this current year. So you're allowed to stay in America for a maximum of 180 days in a 6-month period. However, 2 years ago's number of days eats into that 180 by 1/3 of the number of days you were there 2 years ago. Super straightforward and not confusing at all, right? So we basically just need to get out of America. I'm off my real job for another week, so we're taking that opportunity to just get all the driving done and get to Waterton National Park.
Woo! Hopefully.
Yes. Very excited.
It's not open, so we have to hope that there isn't snow at the campground and we can actually go, because right now it's just first come first serve if there isn't any snow. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, so this trip is going to be very interesting because we are driving through tornado warnings, thunderstorms for sure happening, and then we don't know what the weather is going to be like at Grand Teton. We are pretty sure they have snow still, and then north of Grand Teton, we're pretty sure like that whole area is going to have a bit of snow. So we're really hoping the roads are open and cleared. And then when we get to Waterton National Park, which is at the very south end of Alberta, fingers crossed, we will see what happens. And let's go through a pretty chaotic driving day. We started this morning looking into what route we wanted to take because it is all weather dependent. Originally we were going to go to St. Louis, but right now they're calling for tornado warnings in St. Louis for tonight. So it's a 14-hour drive to get to St. Louis from here, so we probably wouldn't make it there today, but I don't really want to be close to St. Louis if they're having tornado warnings, when the second route that Google tells us to take is to go to Memphis, Tennessee instead, which is just a little bit further south. It's an extra hour long, but you kind of avoid St. Louis altogether. So I guess we're going to go with that one. So let's get ready and get on the road. Okay, so all we did was just pack up. All I had to do was put the water and hydro away because I put everything away last night. We're already hooked up to the truck, so I'm just going to pull forward. So I'm just going to check the lights, and we just need to grab a couple stabilizer jacks or leveling blocks.
It's early.
It's early. And then we'll be hitting the road. So, very exciting. Any last words?
Let's roll. On the road again.
That's true. We on the road.
Puppies. Ready to go, guys?
It's gonna be a long day. Get a shot of the sign.
Yeah, you want. We have a shitty campground.
Alright, we have come to our first stop. We stopped at a Love's truck stop. They have like huge parking areas, and usually they have a grassy area next to it or a dog park. And this one actually has a dog park, so Storm's gonna run the dogs over there. It's very loud.
It's also a truck stop, so.
Yeah, so it gets pretty loud at these ones. We saw a Bucees on the way here, and we were like, oh, we've never been to Bucees before. Maybe we should like do that now because we might never come back to America. We never know, right? So, oh man, it is dark. I'll step outside. It's brighter out here, but it's also louder. So, anyway, we're gonna fill up gas for the first time, let the dogs out, let them pee and everything. But we've never been to a Bucees before. So, I think on this road trip, at some point, we will go to a Bucees and check that out for the first time ever. Everybody talks about how amazing they are, so we will find out, and we will take you along with us. Let's clean this truck up.
Grab the tub towel. It's a little wet in the park.
Yeah. Another important stop.
The dogs were playing fetch with a pine cone because I couldn't find any sticks.
So they have a little dog park over there.
It's perfect. No one else there for once, which is nice.
Yeah. It's nice when we get it to ourselves. Truck's all fueled up. Wash the windows.
Woo.
The dogs are a mess now because the dog park was dirty,
But they're nice and tired.
at least they're nice and tired. And we have some old dog towels that we'll just throw down. So we're just gonna grab a few snacks. Do you want both?
Just one? It's just mini, really.
She's so short. Joe, move your head. Silly guy. Another very important part of our stops is to grab snacks. So, grabbed a bunch of granola bars and candy and stuff like that to keep us moving. And I'm gonna grab some yogurt that we're gonna have for real breakfast.
Maybe our next stop could include a
Yeah, maybe Subway or something. Sometimes fast food isn't the easiest for us because a lot of the fast food places are burger places.
We didn't sink like full like that.
Yeah, our burger places and stuff like that. So we always have.
Subway is the goat.
Yeah, Subway is like the easiest place for us to eat, but Burger King has an Impossible Whopper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we talked about Burger King the other day with Storm's dad, and we were like, oh, now I'm craving Burger King.
Okay,
So
yeah, we'll stop at a Burger King.
we're
I
gonna have
forgot.
to. One day this trip, we're definitely gonna stop for a Burger King.
That's nice and easy too, because we can eat it on the go. Whereas Subway is, you have to stop.
Yeah, Subway you kind of have to stop. You can't drive and eat a sub.
That's
That
a good
doesn't
like
really work.
end of the day food
Yeah.
if we don't end up sleeping at a Cracker Barrel. Because if we sleep at a Cracker Barrel, it's just easier to there.
Exactly. So I think what we're gonna do is probably eat out for lunches every day because it's just faster.
Yeah.
And then for dinner we have like some emergency food that we can cook really fast, like mac and cheese and like pasta and stuff.
Ramen.
So
And we also bought stuff to have Caesar wraps. Those are easy.
oh yeah, so that's
Oh,
like really quick and easy to make. It doesn't cause any dishes really.
True.
So that's probably the plan. So
Let's get on the road again.
let's get going. Welcome to Georgia. Woo! 78 more miles to the Grand Tetons.
Our first ever Bucees experience, and yeah, it's really, really busy. Which is why we've never gone before. But we need gas, so we're gonna tackle all of this. It's like
My God.
a supermarket in
It's
there.
like Costco.
Yeah, this is Costco, but Bucees. Oh my gosh. We're in the middle of nowhere. We didn't expect it to be busy. There's a lineup to get in, even though they've got a gazillion pumps. Oh, we're going to the other side.
Is there a difference here? No.
No. Look at all these people.
I don't know if we're gonna even be able to go in and shop because we have to park somewhere, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of RV parking.
Oh my goodness.
This is wild. This is like trying to get gas at a Costco.
Look at this madness right in front of us. These people just... What's going on there? This guy just wanted to get through. Where are we even gonna go? Okay, update. No Buc-ee's. We pulled in and it is insane. Even though they've got probably 50 pumps.
No, there's like 100 pumps.
100 pumps. They're all taken. There's lineups for all of them. And like the parking spaces are even full. So we just said, no thank you, and we're gonna go somewhere else. It's not worth it. I know people say the snacks are good, but it's a cult.
Not only that, but we're vegetarian. We're
That's
not
true.
gonna eat half the snacks they offer.
We can't eat the jerky anyways, so it doesn't matter.
The that everybody says is the best. We're not gonna eat it.
It's true. We do love a good snack, but it's just not worth it. So off to the next boring gas station to just get gas and carry on. 6 hours in, how do you feel?
Great.
Actually great or fake great?
A little bored.
It's kind of boring.
It's boring. It's been really rainy. It's rained a lot, which kind of sucks. Makes the scenery less nice. And then we like to drive with the windows open so we can feel the breeze. But because it's been raining so much and it's hot as hell in the car, it's like 22 degrees right now. And it's like that muggy, humid feeling. You have to have the air conditioner on, which, I don't know, we don't enjoy as much. But we just left Atlanta. We're heading towards Birmingham, Alabama. And Atlanta was the point where we needed to make the decision as to whether or not to go north and like go through St. Louis, or to head a little bit more southwesty and avoid that. And we checked the weather one last time, and they're calling for like really heavy rain and high winds tonight and chances of tornadoes. So we decided not to go that way. And so right now we're heading towards I think Memphis. So it's like in that direction. I don't know. But it's funny because Google keeps telling us, oh, it's 45 minutes faster if you turn here and like go towards the tornadoes. So of course it'll be faster. But anyway, that's fun. I feel like the time is really just not going down at all.
Yeah,
It
we
still
have,
says a day and 4 hours.
yeah, a long way to go still, but to be fair, that's our end destination.
Well, that's to the Grand Teton.
Yeah.
So not the end of today.
Not the end, but like we don't expect to get there until like Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I see the border on the map. We're almost in Alabama.
woo, coming up.
Woo! State number 3.
Where are we
I don't know how many
gonna?
we're going through.
Where do we think we're gonna land tonight?
I don't know. I'm hoping we can go for like another 4 hours. There's gonna be a time change somewhere here. We need to figure out like where that's gonna be, because that might help us. Because it's gonna go back.
Yeah.
Gain an hour back. So maybe we can keep driving for an extra hour. Because the more driving we do today, like I'm not sore or like tired.
Too tired. Yeah.
So hopefully we can get as far as we possibly can today, and then we're gonna sleep in a Cracker Barrel or a Walmart or something and get up as soon as possible tomorrow morning and do it all again.
Yeah.
The faster we get there, the more time we get to spend in the Teton.
Teton. Look, here's the Alabama sign. This is coming. Ooh.
Ooh.
Alabama, Arkansas. There it is.
Sweet home Alabama.
Welcome to Alabama.
Yeah. Thanks, Google.
Here it is.
Woo! State number 3.
Let's go. We're gonna pull over in a bit and do something with these dogs. They're very good in the car, but they're gonna need some exercise soon, so we'll see you again shortly for that.
Okay, well, a very quick change of plans. We decided to stop at the Alabama Welcome Center, which was like 2 seconds after the welcome sign that you saw. So we decided to stop there because there's this giant foresty area that we can take the dogs out. So we thought this would be a good place for them to deal with their business and go for a little walk, stretch our legs as well, have a nice little break instead of just trying to keep motoring. We got Subway earlier, which
totally forgot to film that. But we grabbed some Subway sandwiches and just ate them while we were driving. So we don't really like to stop too much as we can on these road trips because we're trying to get there as quickly as we can. But yeah, this is usually what we do when we stop with the dogs, and they obviously need to have a little bit of exercise at some point during the day, so this is our chance to get some as well. Ah, sibling love.
Do you see that? She got run over.
Yeah, I got that on film. Do people say they got that on film anymore? Is that a thing? I say that all the time. Does that make me old? Meow. Just like that, welcome to Mississippi. The sign that said welcome to Mississippi snuck up on us and then flew past us, so you don't get to see that. But look at this sunset that we're getting. We've been absolutely blessed with a wicked sunset here.
That's nice. We missed the really bright sun going down, but there's some trees in the way, but it still looks beautiful. I think that the clouds look purple.
As soon as we pull the camera out, this loud truck pulls up beside us. Don't you know I'm filming here? Anyway, so we decided that we're going to stop at a park just a little ways ahead. We're like 8 miles away from it now. We're gonna stop there to make some dinner and then decide how we're feeling about whether or not we want to continue to drive because the sun is going down. So we'll have to do the driving in the dark. However, our thoughts are, because we don't really like driving at night too much because there's too much wildlife, but we have 25 hours left of driving to do to get to Grand Teton National Park, which is the first major stop on this road trip. And we don't want to try and cram 25 hours into 2 days if we don't have to, but we want to try and get there within 2 days. So if we do a bit more driving tonight, it'll just cut down the amount of driving we have to do over the next 2 days. That's kind of what we're thinking. I don't know, we're very indecisive.
We'll see, because we're not going to get to the park until like 7:30. And then we still have to cook food and stuff. So I'm feeling like we're probably going to want to stop and then just get up really early tomorrow morning and drive in the dark in the morning when we're like refreshed. But
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We'll see.
As soon as we eat food, we'll probably just get really tired.
For like a million.
Yeah. And then we'll just get up at like, I said 4:30 and Storm said, what? So we'll see what happens. But we will keep you posted.
I'll show you our boondocking spot once we get to it. Look at that sunset.
And just like that, a 13-hour drive with a little bit of movie magic has become a 10-minute or so YouTube video. So, welcome to Mississippi and our sleeping quarters for tonight. You can see the trailer is right about there. We are just taking a walk down the road here because we just learned as we were pulling into this town, after we picked out this parking spot to sleep in, that this is the birthplace of Elvis Presley. How cool is that? So, the parking lot that we chose to sleep in tonight is 3 minutes away from his birthplace, which I think is like the house that his parents lived in, I guess.
It looks like a small house. I don't know. There's a museum that you can pay to go into, but
it's obviously closed.
Yeah, it's almost 9, so it's closed. And we want to leave really early in the morning, but we're gonna go see it anyways, because you can't be 3 minutes away and not go see the outside of it at least.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna go check that out. It's gonna be dark, so we'll try and get the best footage that we can. We brought our headlamps so that we can show you guys what's going on there. I hope it's really cool. But yeah, we're not huge Elvis fans, but I mean, he's an incredibly famous person. So you're 3 minutes away, you have to go, right? So we're doing that. This is the dog's exercise before bedtime. Here we are. That's the birthplace of Elvis Presley. Look at how cute this is. They have little musical notes on their lights. That's so cute. So this is his house. Look. Elvis Presley Birthplace Museum, Chapel and Park. We got kind of lucky and it's like super lit up. As you can see, there's like lights all over the place. There's really bright street lights over here. This is, I'm assuming, Elvis Presley's car. I would assume that's why that's here. Doesn't have a plaque or anything to say if that is his car or not, but I assume it's his car. But there's like plaques all over the place that talk about random stuff. This is so cool. Like, this is a real thing. It's a whole museum and everything. So for 20 bucks, you get to actually go inside the building, and I'm sure they have a lot more information for you and stuff like that. But like I said, it's 9 p.m. so this place is closed. But yeah, this is super cool. There's a fan club here, which is awesome. This is a really, really cool spot. And this right here is the actual birthplace of Elvis. So let's go and check that out. Let's see what this says. Walk of Life. This is interesting. They have granite blocks showing from when he was born all the way around. Or not granite, these are cement blocks with a granite plaque in them that say the year. He was born in 1935, and then you can walk around the circle of his life. How interesting is that? It's 1966. Let's see what this says. The birthplace. Elvis Presley's birthplace. Park was begun with the proceeds Elvis donated from his 1957 concert at the Mississippi, Alabama Fair. That's so cool. Unchanged since it was built in the 1930s, the two-room birthplace sat unoccupied and in poor repair. As Elvis rose to stardom, thousands of fans began coming to Tupelo to see his birthplace and wishing to see inside the house. So, what do you think? Thoughts?
It's neat.
It's pretty neat.
I like the old car.
It said on that plaque over there, this house was built in 1930
By his dad.
and has never been changed. They haven't updated anything from that time. So that's pretty cool.
Too bad we can't go inside.
Yeah. I guess you can walk around this whole area for free. There's a fan club. That's what that other building is. It's a Elvis Presley fan club. So maybe they have events or something there, but yeah. The only thing you pay for really is entry into the house, which is kind of the coolest part of this whole thing. So
that's true. I saw pictures of it online though, and it looked pretty basic in there. I mean, as you would imagine,
tiny.
because it hasn't been updated. But yeah, that's really neat.
It's
really
cool.
Cool out here.
Yeah, this is really neat. If you're in the area, it's worth a stop,
fan.
especially if you're a fan. So, all right, that's gonna wrap up tonight. We're just gonna head back, take a nap, get up really, really early in the morning, and keep on driving. So we will pick this up in the morning. Holy moly. Our night in Tupelo was certainly interesting. We woke up to the most intense thunderstorm we had ever seen at like 4 o'clock in the morning. It was quite the early rise we weren't expecting. We're going to wrap this YouTube video up here. We'll catch you on the next one in day 2 of our drive towards Grand Teton National Park. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow along for the next leg in this adventure.